That was on volume level 5 on my TV. Anywho, hello, this is DarkElf85 on YouTube, or HektontheMage on PSN, and welcome back to Shadowrun, Hong Kong Extended Edition. Hope everyone's doing okay. I can happily say that I got the rest of, well, as much as I can get done for my work, finished it up today. I got majority of it done yesterday after the crappy Saturday with the weird internet. Although now I'm experiencing weird internet in my own apartment when watching YouTube on my Nintendo Switch, but it might just be because of the Nintendo Switch. But who knows? It's probably going to say, ooh, internet connection, low quality, whatever crap again, or poor quality. Whatever that stupid occurrence is, because normal occurrence, because, you know, heaven forbid we don't have that. But yeah. Oh yeah, we were going to maybe buy stuff and chat with him. Yeah. Sorry. You select first circle. Why? Because of Vampire the Masquerade. Ambrose is staring at a flat panel monitor on the wall. Sorry. A local news channel zoomed in on an ultra-modern aircraft carrier moored in Victoria Harbor. You following the IJN story? Kensai fighter wing from the Masamune did an honorary flyby of the Executive Council meeting today. They're rattling the saber hand. Everybody's being courteous as hell, but nobody's blinking. The IGN, the Masamune, what are you talking about? The Imperial Japanese Navy. They're parked the carrier Masamune's battle group in Hong Kong for a visit. They're trying to intimidate the city. Nobody's having it. Not even the Japan Corps. It looks like it's being driven by some sort of weird internal Japanese pissing match. The Imperial materialists want to cow Hong Kong in bringing it under the umbrella. However, almost every megacorp, including all the Japan Corps, or I guess it's Japan Corps, not Corps, want Hong Kong, although that's what Corps, anyway, whatever, want Hong Kong to remain independent. Tensions are high. Is there any chance that Japan will take over the Hong Kong Free Enterprise Zone? No way, not in a million years. Can't do a Chicagoan accent. Of course, what do I think of Chicago? I think mobsters, but that's 1950s, 40s, 30s, something like that. Anyway, no way, not in a million years. This kind of rooster show goes down all the time. Worst that'll happen is a bunch more posturing, like the IJN has an accidental fire incident with a coastal boat. Somebody test fires an anti-ship missile. The port authority finds the Masamune's paperwork lacking and charges them exorbitant harbor fees. Noise like that. They're a bunch of square-haired idiots with muscle cars, revving at each other. Just stay out of smuggler holes. The IJN likes to go on sprees of blowing them up to show how well protected HK would be under their yoke. Ambrose snorts in amusement. Those honorary flyover fighters had live ordnance loaded. Ridiculous. Say what you will, though, that Kensai multi-role fighter is a sweet bird. Ambrose offers or ogles a close-up of one of the Shadowrun jets on the wall screen. Twin Mitsubishi double aught delta turbofan engines, ramjets, thrust vectoring, generation 4 fight by wire. Hey, gorgeous. Jesus. Do you have anything to worry about? Yeah, don't go into a bar full of drunk Japanese sailors with a free San Francisco t-shirt on. Ambrose snickers. This whole IJN drama is going to go on like it always does. The Japanese Navy will eventually realize no one is even paying attention. Then they're going to steam off in a huff and maybe blow a few smugglers out of the water. Happens all the time. Bah, politics. I can only talk about them so much. Let's move on. You mentioned essence. Tell me about it. Sure. What do you want to know? Ambrose taps his wheelchair with his 3 fingers eagerly. It's fascinating stuff. We already know what essence is. What exactly is essence? Ambrose gives an exaggerated shrug, pursing his lips. Well, I'm not sure. It's life force, sort of. Essence is like the ability of the spirit to recognize and stay connected to the body. Augmenting the body reduces our essence. When our essence is exhausted, the spirit quits the body, and we die. There's this popular idea that essence is disrupted when we attach non-human things to our nervous system. That's only kind of true. If you install a data jack or a bionic arm, that's definitely a lot of neural interface. However, if you get a bone lacing or dermal armor, those don't have much neural interface, right? But there's still murder on your essence. The body still recognizes them as alien and invasive. So there's something more to essence than just a neural interface. There are all sorts of weird theories about essence as biospiritual integrity and stuff. I've tried to read some of the medical papers, but it was like trying to drive a go-kart through a blackberry thicket. Hell if I know what it really is. Is there any way to restore lost essence? Nope. He answered for me. Ooh. Okay, I don't think we're going to play though. Why am I so tired today? Or why was I tired? My back was kind of hurting most of the day again. Where I sat at coffee shop bakery place. It's kind of both. Nah. It propped my back up well, so that was pretty good, even though the chairs were low. I mean, it was bright out a little bit, then it rained for a bit. It was really weird, and then it got bright again. I'm glad it didn't rain. It wasn't supposed to rain all the day, and I'm glad it didn't. And I ended up leaving during the time it got dark. Yeah, I was like really confused. Like, why is it all of a sudden dark? Oh, it's raining. Oh, I hope it gets up soon because I don't have an umbrella with me. In that up. But I don't know why I'm tired. Frustrating. Okay. Nope. But there's a ton of research going into it. Like hundreds of millions of new yen a year. The person who figures out how to restore essence is going to change the world. Be forever rich. Think about it. We might be able to achieve full biological regeneration, or even resurrection of the dead. I wouldn't need replacements. Wait, what? No, that does not have an S. I wouldn't need replacement parts. I might just be able to grow my own body back. There'd be something else. That'd be something else. Can I install cyberware below 0 essence? Obviously no, but, you know, whatever. No, no, no. You drop below 0 essence, you die. Ambrose shakes his head emphatically, face grim. Every hardcore street soldier asks that. Trust me, there's no way to do it. However, it seems like people can cultivate the ability to carry a little more cyberware. Theorists think it's really just making the essence you've got to go further. Ambrose taps his 3 fingers on his pouch. Thoughtfully. Phone? Let's do a lookup, because I don't even know what that means. Is that on his one of his cybernetic body parts, or is that some term for the type of beard he has? I don't know. No, I'm not. I always click Google Translate when I'm looking up something in English, and then I type and I click on the free dictionary on my phone to look up something to translate from English to Korean. It's ridiculous. Or Korean to English. Pounch. Oh. It says fat. Okay. Punch. Oh, I like the British one better. Punch. The belly, especially a protruding one. A pot belly. See rumen. No, I'm not going to see rumen. Okay. Let's see. As long as we're bullshitting, though, there's a lot of rumors about cyber zombies, corporate experiments, and deep augmentation going into negative essence. Oh, that's not a rumor. There was one, but of course, we haven't met those people. Hell, there's even some convincing evidence posted by runners that these experiments exist, but no credible medical entity has ever recognized proof. If that tech is out there, it's light years beyond anything you'll find on the streets. Do I think the corps are doing the research? Of course, why not? But does it work? I've got no idea. Why don't you get some cloned limbs? Those don't take essence. But I guess accepting or rejecting your body. I've got the aches. ACHIS, acquired cybernetic hyperimmunity syndrome. My body rejects all sorts of mods and biotech. My body now thinks the chrome is legitimate and everything else is an intruder. That's not good. I've got a list of over 70 things I'm now allergic to, including bioimplants. So, no cloned limbs for me. Kind of a bummer. No horseradish either. No carrots. No barbiturates. Man, I used to love horseradish. How is essence measured? Oh, there are a zillion different systems for measuring essence, but everyone on the street just uses the rule of 6. The rule says the body has an index of 6 essence, and all augmentations can be loosely scored on how much they reduce that number. It was originally the Medvedev-Dirac Bioholism Index, MDBI. After 2 earlier researchers, they figured out the body had 6 parts, and they observed that replacing a limb with an earlier cyber prosthetic took around over 1/6 of a person's capacity. Burping and screwing. person's capacity. They developed a theory that cyber capacity was based on body regions. Each region could have up to 100% cyber, and the whole body added up to 600%, which is written as 6. Turns out the whole theory was flawed, and body region doesn't matter much for essence cost. The rule of 6 was easy and intuitive. It stuck, so we still use it. Ambrose gives you a crooked smile, eyes glittering. Essence is cool stuff. Cool stuff. At the end of the day, I don't know what is. I just know I'm almost out of it. Show me your services. Sure thing. No, never tune up, you idiot. Sorry. That's rude, Dark. That's rude. I think I need one of those. I guess I didn't need one of those, but whatever. Came here as a runner, now you're a busted up Dark. What happened? Hey, I'm not busted up, you insensitive jerk. I'm economy size. Ambrose erupts into laughter, slapping the sides of his wheelchair. He quickly devolves into shameless giggling. He stops giggling and cocks a sober eye at you. Seriously, though, that's some heavy shit. It'll take a while to tell. Do you really want to know? Yes, I do, because Dark really wants to talk and actually play the game. Pfft, dialogue, lore, of characters, man, that may or may not give a damn about. But anyway, yes, I do. He praises you quietly. Well, you're doing good, lore. I feel okay about telling you this. A run went bad. No shit. No. Ambrose, well, it was either that or you got... Well, no, that would mean a run went bad. Okay. Saying like get shot by someone, but that would be a run going bad. Yeah. Ambrose spits on the floor emphatically. In clear defiance of his own prominent sanitary space, no spitting sign. Real bad. That's... yeah. They used to call me Ripshot. I was a 10-man crew. That's why he's 10-armed. Anyway, we were led by this ex-army troll named Icebreaker. What's with all these breakers? Former combat engineer, brutal guy. We did shadow running, armed robbery, office invasion, underworld hits, anti-branding, just about anything as long as we could make money and hide our tracks. 10 people, that's huge. Sounds like a good deal. Anti-branding. That's usually a euphemism for attacking someone's image with false flag terrorism. That sounds more like a heist crew than a runner team. Kinda was. Shadow running, robbery, rackets, it was all the same to us. A lot of our work was high profile, real violent. We dumped a lot of bodies in the harbor. Then we had this one job. Ambrose pauses, takes a deep breath. Hey, I can sum this up real quick, otherwise I tend to get long-winded. What do you want? Give me the full story. Hey, is there a point to this? Have you got any work for me, or are we just sharing? Wait, what? Ambrose, is there anything you need? Are there any actionables that will come out of the... Wait, what? I don't understand those other two, but anyway, give me the full story. We were breaking into an R&D facility. I mean, I was the one that asked about his life, so what were you thinking? Why would you have those other two options? Whatever. It was a vanilla job, cheap rent-a-cops, flawed security system, no problem. It was going like clockwork. I was out in the command van on Overwatch. Bam! Something hit the van with like a freight train. Ambrose grits his teeth. His body visibly tenses at the memory. The walls crushed in on me. There was a flash of light, then darkness. Stabbing everywhere. Pressure like a mountain falling on me. Feeling crushed to pulp. Then I blacked out. Ambrose falls silent. He seems to be somewhere far away. In his mind, the seconds tick by. Rambo on Captain Point. Wow. Wait for Ambrose to continue. When I woke up again, I was in pitch darkness. I could hardly breathe. I was being burned by hot metal. The pain was indescribable. There was a shrieking, like the metal was screaming around me, and sparks. Someone was cutting through the wreck. A huge pressure lifted off me. There was a blinding light. Ambrose gives a tense sigh. He's trembling. It was our glove woman, Karen. Dark, don't say anything. Stupid pejorative names for certain individuals when people actually have those names. Or street names. Handles. She pulled me out of the wreck. Wrenched 4 tourniquets on me. Shot me up with drugs. Stuffed me in a security car. She shot. Stuffed me in a security car. She shot up. Karen jacked me in. I couldn't even hold my head up. I thought my spine was shattered. Once I was rigged in, though, the pain in my meat didn't matter. I drove us out of there. Oh, that's interesting. I stayed conscious just long enough to get us to a friendly clinic. But by the time I got there, Karen was going down with brain swelling. Oh, man. Ambrose's eyes seemed to clear, as if he's returning from far away. We got barn stomped right proper. Slaughtered. They crushed the command van with a front-end loader and left me for dead. Yeah. Everybody but me and Karen got wiped out. Oh, man. Who ambushed you? I still don't know. Best I can figure out, it was some sort of counter-intrusion team. Maybe the whole run was a setup. How did Karen escape? Karen was carrying the first haul out when the assault team hit us. She jumped into a koi pond and lay on the bottom for about 5 minutes doing her woo-woo chi centering thing. They dropped a flashbang grenade into the pond to clear it. That messed her up good. Bust her eardrums, gave her a concussion, ruptured the blood vessels in her eyes, nose, mouth, knocked the air out of her lungs. She stayed out on the bottom for another couple minutes. I once asked her what that was like. She just said, painful. That was Karen, stoic like a concrete block. You're wrecked, Ambrose. How did you survive so much trauma? Ambrose taps the side of his head. Cowardice and job security. I was always real scared of getting hurt. I kludged up my tactical computer with some heelwear and my headwear radio. Some heelwear and my headwear radio. I don't understand the headwear radio, how that's connected. Oh, maybe for the next sentence. Okay. As soon as my vitals went screwy, right, my trauma protocols kicked in. My radio started broadcasting my heartbeat. Karen couldn't drive. She homed in on my beacon and cut me out of the wreck with our demo saw. Oh, okay, that's why okay, got it. Then she shot me up with enough adrenaline, PM04, and morphine to reanimate a corpse. Ambrose shivers a little at the memory, and she put 3 trauma patches on me in a row. It shredded my renal system. He taps his chair. That's why this little hot rod has an artificial liver and a dialysis machine in it. Jesus. Hit you with a construction vehicle? Yeah. Shoved the van right into a plasticrete wall. Okay. Is that actually an actual word, or is that some futuristic foo-foo word for the game? I'm curious. I mean, I can kind of understand what it means, like plastic and concrete together, but I don't know. Anywho, a nearby robot arm equipped for heavy mechanical work emphatically snaps its vice-like claw. Crushed like a beer can. I learned something from that. Tell you what. How to seriously slot someone's day. Brooks gestures with his chin towards the clinic's false ceiling. I've got an articulated backhoe boom up there with a demolition claw. Hell with guns. Anyone ever fucks with Chrome Alley, they'll learn what high-powered hydraulics really means. Anyway, that's how it all went down. Afterwards, things were real hard for a while. Ambrose seems to take a stock of himself. He breathes heavily. Tension drains from his body, and he slowly relaxes. Here I am, though. Ripshot no more. By the way, Ripshot is dead. Let's keep it that way. Don't say that name to anyone, okay? Karen was an artist at faking deaths, and she made sure we both vanished. Ambrose shakes himself and rubs his eye anxiously. Listen, Laura. This is a stressful subject for me. We can talk more about the past another day. For now, I'm spent. Goodbye, Ambrose. Time for me to go. Cheers, Laura. Talk to you later. I don't like how... I mean, obviously, it didn't make any sense for how you would end with that conversation, but whatever. Alright, we gotta check... Before we go to the next run, we gotta talk with these folks. Club 88. God damn it. This guy is an idiot. How old is he? That's what I want to know. Freddy Kafai is showing off some fresh ink to everyone who passes inside Club 88. On each forearm, he has tattooed an anchor. He demonstrates how they look in various poses, from flexes to his standard arms folded across his chest. Not bad, right? Someone told me that only real sailors get tats like these. Of course, his voice is totally different again, because I don't remember shit. And I don't think about watching my videos, mainly because I don't want to hear myself. I'm that type of person who doesn't want to hear himself. I think most people don't like hearing themselves, to be quite honest. Figure it's appropriate either way, seeing as how my meat hooks hit like a pair of anchors. I'm gonna know that he doesn't talk anything about his kitty cat on his shoulder. That's the real crime with this. He doesn't once talk about his kitty cat. His pussy. Anyway. I want to do this one, but I also want to do that one. Today, $50 every day. My mother told me no. Told me to pick the very best one, and you are not it. No, I don't know. Sailors also eat a lot of spinach. You getting cute with me, Laura? Because you know, I've been letting you shut about with your arms on account of respect for what you do. Don't go making me rethink that. Because someday soon, this guy here is going to be a part of a crew you wouldn't want to tangle with. We'll make you walk the plank or something. Oh, Jesus. You get annoyed with my statement there, and yet you say walk the plank. You're serious about joining a pirate crew? Hell yes! And not just any pirates. The most exclusive group out there on the water. The Hell Thunder crew. I heard about them last week. Just last week. Never before. They only take orcs and trolls, like me. Tough bastards, too. Men to be feared. It's a perfect operation for me to join. And I'm sure they'll take me, especially when they learn who my father is. I wouldn't be surprised if they were inspired by him in the first place. Not many troll pirates back in my boss day. In fact, I bet they make me first mate or something just for being his blood. Have you talked to your father about all this? No. I want it to be a surprise. Don't want him feeling like he forced me into the family business. By which I mean piracy, not this fluff we've got going on here. It doesn't take a genius to see that my ba has no love for the club. I'm a little afraid he might be jealous when I tell him I'll be shipping out. I know he misses it. The adventure, the thrills. I was about to say, if you say the women, you got another thing coming, buddy. I can picture it all. Unfurling the black sails, running up the skull and crossbones, chasing down a fleeing ship, and then swinging across to plunder her hold. And then after that, shacking up with my mates. More ways than one. Know what I mean? Wait, I like women. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I know it's not like that. These days, it's speedboats with machine guns, climbing up rope ladders in heavy seas, and shipjacking. But hey, that's what I'm cut out for. You haven't done shit, buddy. You haven't done shit. You're just a bouncer. Anyway, I've got a heart for the sea, when I'm not afraid of hardship and hard work and fights. I don't work out just to look good and bounce drunk smugglers. I'll leave you be. Okay, who else is in Club 88 today? Abel, my nemesis. Brent Shirky. Oh, this person. Something I can help you with, friend. The elf has a hard-set look to his face, and the cold stare of someone accustomed to casual violence. The most striking thing about him, however, are the glowing golden tattoos that wrap from his forehead around toward the back of his head, just over one ear. And how do we see that when he has a hood up? Seriously, game. Nice ink you've got there. It's not ink. Not really. It's a spell. The elf's tone... Oh, I didn't make it too flat and uninterested. The elf's tone is flat and disinterested, but he fixes you with an intense stare. Magical tattoo. The kind of thing you tend to pick up in the business. What business is that anyway? Fixing you with a dubious look. The elf cocks his forehead. What the hell do you think, man? Look at you. We're obviously working the same angle here in Hayward. The name's Brent. Brent Shirky. Because, why not? He doesn't extend a hand, but nods at you in greeting. I'm a mage. one of the best in this hemisphere, in fact. Wow, fucking frick. Nice to meet you, I'm Lauren. Good to know you. You need anyone to pick up the magical slack on your team? You can find me here. You have higher level spells than me because I don't got enough money for outdoing myself, equipping myself, upgrading myself, updating myself, whatever. I'm tired. Aside from that lame meeting, I'm already tired. It's probably because I didn't have caffeine really today. I probably had some caffeine, but not a whole lot. I don't know how much caffeine is in English breakfast. I was about to say the Korean word for tea. English breakfast tea. I was like, ooh, 0 calories, and I decided to get that instead of a vanilla latte. That is what I have for lunch. And I don't have the coffee maker I used to have. I don't have anymore. I got rid of it because my coffee toast combo unit that would always short circuit my apartment. Yeah, I didn't really want that. I'm like I want to have toasted stuff again and have coffee, but I'm just so afraid. Like, I don't know what else I can do. Like, it's so weird because like the outlet that I was using, nothing else is plugged into it. So I don't know what else is connected with it. That was just a real pain. I don't think I can do any of that until I like probably leave where I live right now, someplace else, either in Korea or when I eventually head back to the USA or wherever else. It means I don't have my own coffee until then. That's why visiting family and friends and in very good hotels and motels is the way to go. Although a lot of those hotels and motels don't have creamer. I'm a sugar and creamer guy. I've already talked about this. Okay, I'm sidetracking because I'm tired. What's your specialty as a mage? What kind of bullshit question is that? Are you interviewing me for a job, renting tuxedos or something? I don't understand how that would be anything related to... Okay. Brent snorts and hunches over the table on one elbow. Magic is about power. You can dress it up however you like. That's the core of what it is. Okay, a simple answer is, are you more of like certain type of element, or well, they don't really have a certain element other than like fire. Like, do you do more group control magic or single targeting? Do you do any debilitating statuses or affecting, team member statuses, like do we do slow or haste or whatever they're called? I think they're called that still. Like those are important. Or is slow and haste now only or did they switch that in this one to shamans? I don't remember. I've met a lot of magicians that talk about being spiritually in tune with the universe or reaching a higher state of enlightenment. It's all crap, which is funny because you're also an elf. You focus your will to enact a change on the universe. The stronger your will, the bigger the change. Calling it anything else is just window dressing. Well, technically, no, but that's why I bring the big guns. Fire, lightning, raw force. Oh yeah, there is lightning. I was thinking like poison and fire, but yeah, there's lightning. My will is stronger than steel, or Kevlar, or stone. A good mage knows exactly how far they can push themselves, and they ride that limit. It's not the blessing of a totem or idol, but their own skill at knowing their limits, just like an athlete. Oh no! Are you a bro mage? Sorry, bra mage? Whatever. No, get GTFO. Get the F out of here. What about astral space spirits? It's where all magicians draw their power. Sure, there are spirits, but those are tangible. We can measure them. Totems? Idols? There's no external evidence they exist. In fact, it's much more likely that they're simply common, Jungian style archetypes that the fact that I recognize what that was. What if you all do too, folks? Superstitious used to explain their power. It's a would you consider it psychological or philosophical? Maybe a bit of both. Based on that person. I said Jung. It's Jung. Isn't it Carl Jung? Not Carl Jung. Now I'm forgetting how you pronounce this person's last name. That's lovely. Okay. Oh wait, what? What? Hey again, is there something else you wanted? Yeah, I didn't finish talking. I clicked on something that made you in for some reason. So I didn't think I was there. Why don't you use a street name? Brent shrugs, one corner of his mouth curling up in a wide smile. When I started running, I was too young to know better. By the time it mattered, I was too good for anyone to do anything about it. Since I'm sinless, it's not like any of the megas can attach meaningful information to the name. It's just as meaningless as any street name in terms of tracking me. Besides, street names have always struck me as a little ridiculous. You're gonna call yourself something that sounds like a teenage Matrix handle, and that shows you're serious? Please. I want to be able to look myself in the mirror if I called myself something like Blackheart or Blackheart, Silverhand, or Adderall. Adderall. Adderall or Adderall? No, Adderall. It's just ridiculous. Brent Shirkley is a name that's mine. Shirky. I've owned it my whole life. Why change that now? What's with the magical tattoo? Oh, this? Brent lifts two fingers, running them across his forehead toward the tip of his spear. Got this done in Yokohama. Always in Japan. Yokohama a few years back. An old crewmate's brother is a tattoo artist out there, specializing in quicken spells. He put this kind of ink in. It's like getting a spell cast on you for good. A ward will knock it down just like normal, but you never have to recast the spell. It just slowly regenerates. A nice alternative to cyberware. That sounds like a pretty great deal. So what spell does it hold? Kind of prosaic, but I'm really allergic to pollution. Intensely. Developed it during a stint in Kolkata a few years back. Something about all the crap they pump into the air just wrecked my lungs. Couldn't keep up on the job, so this spell alleviates the allergies. Not as flashy as mind reading or something, but still useful. I'll talk to you later, Brent. The patriarch of the Kai-Fi clan seems more morose than usual. The effect is particularly pronounced because of his massive size and worn granite exterior. exterior. It looks like a mountain that has collapsed under its own weight. You return to us again, Lord. Doing a sweep of the area, looking for trouble. I come from the Seattleites, but stay for the conversation. Everything alright, Henry? It's nothing. I just haven't been sleeping very well. Bad dreams? As a matter of fact, yes. To call them bad dreams would be putting it mildly. I don't remember much, and I'm thankful for that. But what I do remember, there was a woman's voice, possibly Ermine's, telling me that I'm not wanted or needed. She urged me to leave, by whatever means necessary. I think she wanted me to kill myself. My boys were there too, only they were young again. They didn't talk. They just snapped at me, trying to bite me. And their teeth. They had far too many teeth. Rows upon rows of them, like shark teeth. I don't think I've ever been so scared in my whole life. Everything alright with Colum and Freddy? I don't know. Every time I try to be a father to them, I feel more and more like I'm anything but. I suppose it's because they are not like my little boys anymore. They're grown men now. Wish it weren't the case. They were so much easier to handle, maybe easier to love, back when they were just boys. When their dreams were just silly nonsense, but all the more endearing because of it. Now as men, their ambitions frighten me. I worry, but I haven't the first clue on what to do about it. Maybe talk with them, motherfucker? Get a pint with them and chat with them? Actually, my father ever suggested that. I'll feel like, wait, who are you? You're not my dad. My dad doesn't do shit like this. So I can kind of see if they were apprehensive about that, but seriously, if you want to get to know someone, even if family, you need to chat with them. God, people are weird. Unless you were a douchebag, then I can kind of understand. But I don't think he was a douchebag. I think it was just an absentee. Well, I don't know if it really was absentee, but just not present. I don't know. I don't get that sense that he was like an absentee father figure. He just doesn't know how to interact. I think that's with most people, it seems. Anyway, in life. Sorry. I need to put chapstick back, or lip balm back on. Because I'm biting my lip right now. That's what I'm shouldn't be doing. Because I'll probably damage it. Okay. I worry, but haven't the first clue on what to do about it. I'd talk to them, but I don't think Colum respects me anymore. And Freddy is in his own little world. Can you believe he's convinced I was a pirate? Henry lets out a sad laugh and just shakes his head. Did you ever have any run-ins with pirates? Back in my day, there weren't many true pirates in the waters around here. The bigger ships were too well defended, and the smaller ones were mostly not worth the effort. As time went on, more and more money poured into Hong Kong. That money attracted more sophisticated criminals. Rigged vessels, some of them formerly military, firepower, electronic warfare, trained men. I was mostly lucky. Wuxing was careful with its ships. They gave a lot of ships escorts in and out of port, in the stretches where pirates were most likely to strike. Anytime we had big assets in tow, they'd send an escort on an air squadron to cover us. What? How did that work? Because anyone that they would set that would be jets, and jets would be very fast. I guess they'd fly back and forth, looping around. We had some light guns on the tugboat, and that was enough. Pirates saw us for what we were, a trouble magnet with nothing worth stealing. There was only one incident, but we won't be talking about that. There are things I don't want my wife and boys to know about this world or me. He had to give something to someone. And you all know what I'm talking about because it's stuff that relates to my dirty, dirty little mind. No, anyway. I'll leave you be. Giving head to save his crewmates. No, I don't. Even though he has a drink in his hand, the red in Callum's eyes is not that of drunken stupor, but of barely suppressed rage. An angry troll is a dangerous troll, and an angry drunk troll is a disaster waiting to happen. What do you want? The looks of the bottle, that's something. You don't look so good. Should see the other guy. Ha! Not a scratch on her, of course. Wait, what? Wait, what? I'm so confused by this statement. Might be easier if she just hit me. But she fights with words, infusing them with guilt and fear and deceit. She gets in your head. It's no wonder I'm having such twisted dreams. Oh, okay. Would it be insensitive to ask to see your merchandise? Problems with your mother? Dream? So it's probably a combination. Dream? Messed up dreams. Same one actually, over and over. I'm lying on a long dining table. Why? Like you'd find in a rich man's home. Real wood, polished, set with all the finery. But there I am, right in the middle of it all, like the main course. Oh, creepy. I hear whispers all around me, women's voices. Then one of them approaches, and I see that it's my mother. She doesn't even look me in the eye. She just sees me like an object, some kind of thing. And then she cuts into me. I don't feel any pain. Suppose I'm dead. But I scream anyway. I scream because of the look on her face when she starts to eat the hunk of me carved off. Her teeth are terrifying. Then another woman approaches, and it's my mother again. They all are, and they all start devouring me, bit by bit, until there's nothing left. Problems with your mother? Asking that is like asking for my life story. But the short version is that my parents have been actively working against me since I was old enough to think for myself. But this time, it goes beyond discouragement. It's a new love. No other word for it but sabotage. Whoever my would-be patron is, he works for Baihu. Same corp my mother used to work for. Yeah, pretty much. Not sure why she quit, but it must have been an ugly break for her to be acting this way. To think she'd be so spiteful that she'd deny her own son the future because of it. Always thought she just wanted me home, working as a wage slave in her own house. Turns out the bitch just can't stand the thought of me succeeding when she failed. Wow. I'll leave you be. What's your dream or nightmare about? I don't know. It's just pissed off about her son and the guy who was who was dogging him. Ermine Kapai cleans and oils the disassembled parts of a half-dozen assault rifles spread across a nearby workbench. Her focus borders on obsessive, like a person rubbing her hands raw from excessive washing. I knew it. Just knew it. Everything all right, Ermine? She looked startled by the interruption, as if her words were not meant for other ears. Oh, nothing. It's nothing. Doesn't seem like nothing. She pauses in her work, staring at her hands a moment before finally turning her eyes upward. It's about Callum, the man he has been in contact with. I know who he is now, and it's not right. Is Callum alright? For the moment, yes, but I don't know how I can possibly keep him safe. I can't tell him why, but I have to make him understand that he cannot see this person, ever. The closer I try to hold on to him, the quicker my boy seems to slip away. I feel I am driving him straight into the arms of this man. Whatever happens after, it will be my fault. All my fault. She returns to her work, clearly trying to lose herself in it. Who is he? Someone I once worked with at Baihu, Superior. He was a powerful man then, and that was over 20 years ago. He has grown even more powerful since, I have no doubt. If he isn't running the Hong Kong branch by now, it won't be long before he is. If that is what he wants. And this is a man who gets what he wants. If he wants Callum, I think I'm going to lose my son. She returns to her work, clearly trying to lose herself in it. I'll leave you here. What did I call this? Happy family story. Or story, I forget. Anyway. Nice and big. Bye. Alright. Fuck! As you pass in front of the walled city, something takes hold of your chest and squeezes, an internal pang, like a panic attack but worse. You feel your chest compress, and for a second, the world turns to liquid. It takes all the effort you can muster to keep from falling over. A strobing patchwork of images flashes before your eyes, fragments of dream and sense memory, all stitched together, playing on a loop in your head. Walled city residents kneeling, the churning sound of grinding gears, leaning buildings, soiled streets, used needles on a sidewalk. The images come faster and faster. Teeth. Thousands and thousands of teeth. The Redmond Barons, and the first man you ever saw killed. A crown of ivory over a shimmering veil. Duncan at age 10, his legs pumping, running for his life from a pack of Halloweeners. Strange anatomy that doesn't make sense to your logical mind. A door, a heavy industrial door. Something is written on it in faded yellow paint, but you can't make it out. And just like that, the slideshow ends. The images fade to nothing, returning you to the Haoi streets. The outermost facade of the walled city towers over you, huge and oppressive. A group of kindly Chang's blue lanterns pass you by, oblivious to the event that just took place in your head. Try to walk it off. You take a step forward, then another. You still feel woozy, but you don't need to take a knee. The event, whatever it was, is over. Your mind is your own. WTF? Okay. I should wear a sweater, but I don't think I'm going to. It's like gotten cooler, like between upper 50s, mid 60s, but then it's gonna get in the 70s, upper 70s a few days. Then because of the rain and that blowing in, that made it cooler. finally some good autumn weather. And the colors of autumn are changing, which is nice. I took some pictures over the past couple of days. The MTR doors, and then won't be uploaded to Facebook anytime soon. Dark, you have a Facebook account? Don't you know that they control everyone? Well, so does every other major conglomerate in the world. They track you like every other major conglomerate in the world. But yeah, not for my gaming account or anything. It's a personal account, obviously. The one that I created when I first started university, which was one of the only good things to attend university, was because you could have a Facebook account. And then they changed all that bullshit, like, I think during my junior year. I forgot when they changed it, but yeah. It's like, why the fuck do you have high schoolers on here? What the fuck? Okay. Then it was opened up to everyone after that. It was dumb. Travel to the Shangri-La to kidnap Rooster Low. Hopefully not fail trying. I forgot who I should have with me. Who should I have with me? Have with me? Wow, wow, wow. How could we justify having Gaichu with us? That's what I want to know. Anywho. So Duncan and Gobit. I don't think I'm going to need Isabel. Famous last words on that. But that's why I saved. Just in case. Just in case. Just in case. Uninvited guests. A tangle of marine decorum, restless lights, and ambrosial scents mingle atop a floating quay to accent the Shangri-La, Aberdeen Harbor's premier dining location. With competitive views of the surrounding bay, the restaurant attracts a steady crowd of tourists and whooshing personnel. The primary money man for the 289's, Chung Sing Rooster Low, is enjoying a rare meal outside of Triad Hill territory. Intel says he's set up in one of the restaurant's private dining rooms, but he's not alone. Rooster keeps a personal bodyguard, a notorious orc called the Talon, in addition to his regular security detail. You've seen photos of the Talon's handiwork. Body so battered, it's hard to tell where one bruise ends and the next begins. Your mission: locate Rooster, extract him from the Shangri-La, and deliver him to your client alive. Simple, fast, low profile. Of course, even the simplest of runs can go sideways. Ellipses. Yeah, you don't have a decker with you. GTF, not GTFO, what's the next version for get screwed, you idiot? I don't know. Get stuffed. Get screwed. Get bent. Anywho. Did I not sell this fire spell? No. Bum bum bum. Bottom. No. He starts off with a premium medkit level 3. It's interesting. Okay. Dark. Stop it. Excuse me. Can she equip this fire? Yes, she can. Huzzah. That's good picking. Excuse me. You need another thing. Hopefully you won't need to use it. Oh, just give him that one too. Locate and extract. Excuse me. Stepping into the interior hallway of the Shangri-La, you're confronted by a massive wall of troll. Wall of troll. The restaurant's front door security. A troll would make better. Anyway, whatever. He speaks with surprising allocation. Welcome to the Shangri-La. We strive to provide our patrons with an exquisite dining experience. If you have any questions or request special accommodations, don't hesitate to speak with our staff. Judging by these empty tables, your business is either tanking or the food sent them all running. Small crowd, where are all your diners? Most of our weekend business is confined to the private rooms upstairs, corporate affairs and such. He looks you up and down, frowns. Please keep in mind that any disturbances will be promptly yeah, I wish it was hyphenated though. De-escalated by our security. We've reserved the right to bar service to unruly patrons. Thank you and enjoy your meal. Notice your security is a bit light tonight. You sure you have enough guards to deal with bigger disturbances? With a puff of his chest and shake of his shoulders, the troll assumes a more aggressive posture. His face remains a mask of neutrality despite the obvious irritation in his voice. Wuxing prides itself on having world-class security personnel. You do well to remember that the best kind of security is often hidden from sight. Under her breath, pretty hard to not see that guy. Okay, random. That crab was truly amazing. I just wish I didn't have to wait an hour to get it. Waitress. A waitress swamped with orders is caught unaware by your approach. Oh, welcome to the Shangri-La, sir. Our hostess will seat you as soon as she gets back. You're welcome to wait in the lounge. All right. This will only take a second. A loud exhalation escapes through her nose. Her eyes dent toward the kitchen. She musters an empty smile and nods in false hospitality. Absolutely, sir. What is it you need? How's business? She glances around, impatiently searching for an excuse to end the conversation. As always, we're very busy, but I see a couple parties preparing to leave, so you won't have to wait long for a table. If you decide to wait in the lounge, please be aware that a group of our preferred Wuxing diners are celebrating inside. We'd appreciate if you'd respect their privacy. Privacy, whatever. One or the other. I mean, it's Hong Kong. I would expect it to be privacy versus privacy. But anywho, her finger anxiously taps the food orders clutched tightly in her hand. Anything else? I'm looking for someone, a Mr. Lowe. He has a reservation here tonight. Sorry, I'm not familiar with that name. Charisma. 3. I'll bet a hard-working waitress like yourself is good with faces. You'd certainly remember this man. He travels with a big orc who's got a nasty scar on his cheek. She fiddles with her scratch pad and eyes the plenteous orders scrawled across its top page. After a moment of consideration, she speaks. I might know the orc. If he's who I'm thinking of, he only comes around a couple times a year. I've never served him, but I've heard he gets real pushy with the other waiters. Pushy, huh? Why's that? He's allergic to shellfish, I think. We get so many orders, sometimes mistakes are made. A hint of fear flashes across your face. Ah, I didn't say that. I can assure you our service is second to none. She nervously peeks over her shoulder. Tell me where my friend's eating, and I won't mention your little indiscretion to a soul. Tee-hee. Poison the town's food. You know damn well. Sir, this is the Shangri-La. We have over 24 private dining rooms in addition to our main dining room. As I've already said, I serve out here. Your friend could be in any one of our other rooms. Now, excuse me. I need a place to. I need to read my lines properly. I need to place these orders. Enjoy your meal. And with that, she wheels around and marches towards the kitchen. And oh, she actually is doing that. Shocking. Chatty customers always killing my hips. Tips. I can't believe they are late again. Let's see here. Well, she was walking towards the kitchen, then she is walking weirdly. Talon's allergy. As it turns out, Johnny Talon has an allergy to shellfish. And here he finds himself guarding his boss in the place that serves the best shellfish in all of Hong Kong. Unfortunate to be sure. Any other flavor texts? No. You look unique. Lady in red. Okay. Gosh darn it, there is something I could eat. Whatever. Dark, hit the right button. That'd be amazingly great. Henry. Is it the same Henry? No. A well-dressed man sits alone at the bar. Elbows propped. He would never be here. Elbows propped. Not because of any. I mean, they have the money. But because, you know, it's not his sort of thing. Elbows propped atop the counter. His face is hard. Eyes blank. He swirls the contents of his half-empty glass as if in a stupor. Between the swollen eyes and whiskey double, it isn't hard to guess his mood. As you approach, he rubs his temples and graces you with a lazy, sideways glance, mumbles under his breath. Yeah, not like I can dig myself any deeper. Rough day? He looks at you again through dull, bloodshot eyes, but his gaze drifts elsewhere before returning to his drink. Lost 2 contracts, missed a third, late for a meeting, and publicly shamed but my coworker. Oh, during the 9 to 5. New record, far as I can tell. He takes a long pull from his glass, exhales. At least I got that going for me. How'd you lose your contacts? Or was it contracts? Wish I knew. One of them was almost a done deal contract. But for some reason, the client suddenly changed their tune, and the contract slipped away before I could officially close it. I feel like someone is manipulating it, sir. The other two contracts were for ongoing clients, people I'd worked with for years, but I somehow forgot about their annual renewal date, and a more diligent coworker picked them up. I got no credit for the long-term partnership with those clients. If anything, I now look worse for losing them, even though I brought them into whooshing in the first place. He leans back and lets out a weary groan. His breath reeks of alcohol. Sounds like too many coincidences to me. Think someone's working against you. And just who is this diligent coworker of yours? This doesn't sit right. You ever forgotten something as big as a contract renewal before? Never. Was damn good at my job. I kept all my important appointments scheduled weeks in advance on my work terminal. Never missed a single date until now. He slouches forward, shakes his head, the gestures hasty as if he's trying to wake himself. But I have a lot of clients. Maybe I just forgot to schedule these contracts renewal dates. Is that an apostrophe? Yeah, that apostrophe needs to be on the other side. Gosh darn it, game. There's a first to everything. Or maybe you're being sabotaged. Sabotaged? And how the hell do you figure that? My gut tells me someone's behind all this. You kidding me? Everyone's at each other's throats in this business. He drowns the rest of his drink. He drowns, yeah. He drowns himself with the rest of his drink. He's that drunk. He downs the rest of his drink. Signals to the bartender. In a single movement. Oh, it is movement, not moment. Well, I don't know. No. My mind, I'm going to have to quit. This is going to be a short stream, people. In a single movement, the bartender leans over and refills the glass. Fair, but is there someone who would have benefited benefited most from what's happened to you? He considers this. The newcomer, David. Henry nods his head towards a group at the end of the bar, an elf at its center. Him. He came out of nowhere and has become a rock star with upper management. He's been making connections and deals like a whooshing veteran, like me. That's odd. You're telling me? You want to know what I think? He leans toward you, glassy eyes looking through you to who knows where. The scent of booze wafts off him. Yeah, so sexy, except that. I think he's got family connections, people in high places. He's been using them to his advantage. He backs off and shrugs, rocking precariously on his chair. I don't know. It's just a thought. You might be onto something. Henry grunts and stares into his glass. No. Just wishful thinking. Well, I'm going to find out. I wasn't sure if that was a thing. But yeah, so I did that just in case. They're like, oh, okay, I see you around. It's like a cutoff of that. This is the type of game that would do that. I think. David is all smiles. He's just finished a joke to the uproarious laughter of his party. Hello, friend. Trying to get in on this joviality? You're welcome to join us for the next round. His words bleed into each other. This isn't his first drink. What are we celebrating? My recent success! Through some hard work and a little business persuasion, he winks at you knowingly, I sealed 2 contracts, and a 3rd is on the way. Well, I'll be. That's the exact amount of contracts Henry lost today. You usually celebrate theft this openly? That's convenient, especially considering what happened to Henry. 20 new yen. I don't like any of those other ones. Hey, congratulations. Next round's on me. David beams. Here's a real friend. Come, let's drink. He slams back a shot and hoots with satisfaction. Much appreciated. Thank you, my good man. So from one friend to another, how did you bag all these contracts in one day? Tell me more about this recent success of yours. A fresh flush fills. No, game. You don't do alliterations. Actually, that's not alliterated, but starting with the F, or with any word that's similar. It's blah. It's horrible. Fresh flush fills. A fresh flush fills. Say that 5 times fast. A fresh flush fills David's cheeks. He wobbles on the spot and grins at you. Wasn't too hard, truth be told. Someone did most of the work for me. Most of the work. I was saying it correctly, game. You see that poor sot there? Or sot down there? He gestures to Henry. We just upgraded our security at work. A few nights ago, that fool left behind a note containing his new password. I wrote it down and had some fun. Sent nasty messages to his clients, removed a couple appointments from his schedule. David tosses his hands into the air, spilling his drink, and boom! I'm Employee of the Month. All I had to do was some damage control, but that man's clients, they're now mine. Nicely done. Very clever, my friend. His cocky smile stretches across his all-too-proud face. I thought so, too. Thanks again for the drink, friend. You have yourself a good night. Hey, Lore. These guys are right on the edge. Both blasted, one pissed off, the other, well, an asshole. One word and these guys will be throwing down. That happens loud enough, security is bound to respond. Just a thought. True. Oh, Jesus, those are my people. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Okay. Oh, I can't see this. What's this? Why? It's like typo after typo after typo. It's Typo City tonight, and I hate it. I hate it so much. Oh. I mean dislike. Hate is a strong emotion. It hurts me just seeing this. It's like a part of my soul. An open program tracking food orders and their respective tables flickers steadily on the computer screen. I like how I'm just allowed to just walk up here and start messing with this and no one's caring. AccuServe from Renraku, Shangri-La Restaurant. Server's notes. Inside this file is a series of notes on guests and the restaurant's operations. You scroll through today's notes. Several servers have written about their concerns regarding tonight's lack of security, and a couple are frustrated with the curious guests wandering up to the second floor's private dining rooms. Oh, this is useless information. Check orders. A list containing dozens of orders pops up. Only a handful are for the upper floor's private dining rooms. One note on a second floor order stands out. Floor 2, private room 3, VIP, party of 5. Party of 5. Who cares about freaking melodramas? Of well, anyway. Let's see. Standard seafood buffet 1, wine sampler 3, crab rangoon 6. I want some crab rangoon. So bad thing. Shangri-La prawns 2, surf and turf 1. Note: no prawns. Avoid cross contamination with shellfish. Diner is allergic. Manager's notice. Nothing but your typical wage slave directives in here. There are a few mentions of curtailing recreational activities in storage rooms and on outer decks. One can only infer the meaning of said activities. Further down, a note in red expressly warns that the special guests on floor 2 should be served by approved waitstaff only, and if the guests' orders are botched again, there will be significant and widespread consequences for all servers involved. So I feel bad for them, but guess what? A menu pops up with options to view or place orders, but I'm a Shadowrunner. Following the menu is a dining room chart that's been broken down into servers' zones. A large comp. Honestly, this should not be available, and people should not be able to just waltz up and mess with this. Honestly, this is just ridiculous. In fact, this wouldn't be behind the bar. It would be like. So, well, I mean, no, that's not true. A lot of these computers are in open spaces. I think about it. Well, when I've seen them in the USA, and I don't really see them a whole. Well, kind of see them in Korea. I guess they're kind of in certain open places. I don't know. It's weird. I haven't really been to more recently into a lot of restaurants. Meh. Anywho. A large cup button, in the upper right-hand corner has a lock icon over it. Seems people were being too liberal with the free drinks. Fortunately, it looks like you need a server's code to place an order. Oh, God damn it. Okay. Can't talk with her again. Oh, that's someone who I would be able to talk to, probably. Or security guard. A guard steps forward and raises his hand. Sorry, sir. This area is off limits. And why is that? This is the Wuxing employee patio, reserved for Wuxing customers and their guests. General public's not admitted. Why don't you head back to your table? There's ample seating in the main dining room. Yeah, I can take a hint. Well, that's not what I wanted. How do I get a code? Oh! A heady aroma, spices and sweet bombards your senses. Sweat, not sweet. As the cooks move through the kitchen, scents churn in their wake. Some sharp, some sweet, some altogether unfamiliar, but all delicious. Chef Yun Moong. The chef barks an order to his assistant serving fish, then whirls around muttering fervently to himself. He stops short once he notices you standing in his kitchen. Hello! I told them I needed an extra server, not a hobo. Shoo! He gestures towards the door and returns to tasting an array of sauces. Motherfucker. I'm gonna give you a piece of my mind, piece of shit. No, let me give him a piece of my mind. The one time that I can't walk through a person, I guess it's because of how that's set up. Motherfucker. Oh, I can't do social etiquette. I don't have a socialite in me. The chief peers at you over a mountain of oysters. No guests in the kitchen. Out. The service here is absolutely barbaric. I demand to speak to the head chef. He grabs a towel off a nearby rack and wipes his hands, grumbling to himself. I'm head chef. I have little time to cook my food, and even less for conversation. Don't give me that. I'm a guest here, and I deserve answers to my questions. Lie. It'd be in your best interest to answer my questions. How do I best put this? I'm a very influential person. To the top line. Just make it quick. You've got 60 seconds before I have to pull these prawns out of the boiler. I'm told one of tonight's guests has a shellfish allergy. Alas, the mild-mannered orc. Sound familiar? That's a polite way to put it. Gave 2 of my cooks broken ribs and a matching set of black eyes last time he stormed my kitchen. He waves his hand. Yes, I know that orc. Got a shellfish allergy he's overly keen on hounding us about. As though this wasn't the top seafood restaurant in the 6th world. Right, so what would it take for him to wind up with a few shrimp in his meal tonight? Need that orc out of my way, and with a couple of shellfish, I think you can help me. Mistakes happen. Sometimes you reach for okay, I'm not going to keep up with the order. Sometimes you reach for a mushroom and accidentally grab an oyster. Maybe such an accident happens to our orc friend. Let's just be blunt. Drop one. What? What? He balks at your suggestion. After a moment's recovery, he looks straight at you, nostrils flare. You can't possibly be saying what I think you are. You want me to poison a diner. You're deranged. I'm calling security. Wish I had corporate. Listen, with your meager serving sizes, it is impossible for him to eat enough to become seriously ill. Wrong order. Bronze trophy. The chief nervously wrings his towel between his hands, stares at the sumptuous plates of food waiting to be eaten. A glance over his shoulders, a shake of his head, and he smiles, a small, wry thing. You know, he never appreciated our cuisine. Our art. I think a special thanks is in order. See yourself out, won't you? Hee hee. Got him. I thought I had to put it as an order on the computer. But nope. Wonder what that other option is for. Oh, Henry, guess what I have for you? Henry gazes into the tall drink in front of him. You came back. Listen, that David prick you mentioned, turns out he broke into your work terminal and sent your clients some nasty messages in your name. Then he swooped in and stole them. A spark of sobriety washes over Henry. The dullness in his eyes drains away, and he sits up alarmed. That That explains why no one would return my messages. With a grunt, he smashes his fist onto the counter. He turns towards David and mutters through clenched teeth. He wants to play dirty. I can handle it. I can handle him. He smashes his his beer glass, his wine glass, his wine bottle. No, I wish. He jumps up and marches toward David. Or towards David. It probably said toward, though. Henry and David stand inches from one another, both men wearing the fiercest expressions they can muster. Their hatred is almost palpable. How their confrontation will play out is unclear, but one thing is certain. You have a great seat. I don't understand why David dislikes him so much. I don't get it. Henry stabs a finger into David's chest and speaks in a low hiss. You stole my business, and I know it. You might have picked this fight, but I'm going to win it. I'm going to win it fair. Fair and fucking square. Show you how those with integrity operate, you cheat. David's mouth eases in a contented smirk. You want to lose face twice in one day? I'm happy to oblige, but not in here. I'll be damned if the Shangri-La bans me for thrashing a worthless crap stain like you on their property. Let's finish this outside, now. Fine, but don't think that this will give you any sort of advantage. It only means I won't have to hold back. Let's go. No security. Anyway, and okay. I guess it is still a diversion because it's outside the restaurant. They disappeared right there, even though they went around the corner. Henry and David stand inches from one another, both men wearing the fierce... wait, what? Okay, game. Why did that repeat? Or maybe they said other things. Spit flies from David's mouth and his words tear through the room. You little worm can't keep up at work, so you try to save face by spreading baseless rumors about me. Pathetic. But the moment is quickly lost. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I do know from acquiring a clientele. Oh, this is the other option. That's weird. Okay, that was weird. They gave me the other option if I hadn't said those dialogues the way. That's odd. Well, what's it going to... Game? Oh, shit. The game froze. Oh, no! The game is frozen. Okay, can I... Oh, no! I can't open my options menu. I was going to save it here because I'm tired. Okay, let's see if I can just continue. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck me. Fuck me. Why is this game being so stupid? Fuck. Oh, no. The game fucked up. Did I save before I chatted with Henry? I hope I did. Because, folks, we're frozen. And I'm too tired to care more, even though I'm annoyed by that. Hopefully it won't act like that last time. I'm going to end it here because, excuse me, I'm just tired. So I apologize for the shorter stream, but yeah, nah. And I'm frustrated that this game is acting crazy. Anywho, I thank you all for joining me for tonight. What will happen next time on Wednesday when we see, well, after we probably redo the event with Henry and David, and hopefully it won't screw up again. We'll see what happens while we wait for our target, which I thought we were going into his room, but I guess not. Huh. Anywho, we'll figure out next time on what this is all about. And this has been DarkElf85 on YouTube, or HektontheMage here on PSN, and this has been Shadowrun Hong Kong Extended Edition. I hope you all have a good rest of the day, night, or anywhere in between. Stay safe out there, folks, and goodbye.